Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Trent.
Along with G-Man 27.
I should say welcome back to Casual Anime Guys, but whatever. Anyway, welcome back to another installment of Casual Anime Discussion. Today, we are going to be talking about Supernatural, the anime series. So before we talk about it, be sure to pause the video, go to YouTube and rent the series or buy the series because that's the only way you can find it. Go watch it. Come back and watch this video. Holy crap, you got through all that already. Welcome back. This was my pick. The
What do
reason
you
why I
think
picked
of it?
I'm getting into it. It's just like what?
You always get to say that. I never get to say it. I never say, Trent, what do you think of
Well,
this?
why don't you host next time? Why don't you do the intro and the outro? You do everything like that. We'll try that out next time. I can't wait to see that happen. Anyway, yeah. So this is my pick, and the reason why I picked it is I think one day I was watching Supernatural and I was like, oh, I want to figure out what this character's name is, and then I went to the Supernatural wiki, and I was going down all their like canceled spin-offs. Like they were planning on having like a bloodline spin-off. They're planning on having a spin-off with like, do you remember those episodes with like the girls, like the hunter chicks, like the three hunter high schooler girls or whatever, with Zach and Cody's mom? Do you remember that at all from the Supernatural series? You don't remember that? Okay, well, anyway,
Oh,
a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
a bunch of spin-offs like that. But then I saw there was an anime series. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a Supernatural anime series, and I found it on YouTube, and you can't find it anywhere else. But anyway, I love Supernatural. I think the first time, well, this isn't a Supernatural review, but the first time I watched Supernatural was at your old house. It was like season 4, I think, because it was when Dean came back from hell. So I remember like some of those episodes really frequently. But anyway, yeah, Supernatural, loved it. There's only like 2 bad seasons out of 15. I love Jensen Ackles. Jared Padalecki's cool too. And I just wanted to watch more Supernatural because obviously the series finale happened. Did you watch the series finale yet? Supernatural?
Oh, yeah, I forgot the show. And no, I haven't watched the last 2 seasons of it.
Oh man. Well, anyway,
What
uh,
season is the one? What season is the one with the mom and the British guy?
that's season 12, which is the bad season. Because
I think that's the last one I
British men of
watched.
letters and the mom were just bad. But 13, 14, 15 were, well, 15 was okay, but 13, 14 were pretty good. Anyway, yeah, so I love Supernatural, so I was like, okay, this will be a chance to watch more Supernatural, and I saw that Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles were voicing in this. Although I got tricked because Jensen Ackles only voices the last 2 episodes, so someone else is doing the voice for the first 20 episodes, and I totally could tell because I was like, this doesn't sound like Jensen Ackles at all. This guy sounds like he's trying to do an impression of Jensen Ackles, and it wasn't good.
I knew it. I knew as soon as I watched it. I was like, this is not
Yeah,
right.
because and his voice acting was kind of bad because I was like, well, I've heard Jensen Ackles do voice acting in other things like Batman Under the Red Hood, where he's really good in that. I'm just like, how is he?
Yeah.
And then I find out. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I think that this series is, it was boring. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question later, but like, I thought it was boring, but there was some cool things I like. When I first started, like the first 5 episodes, I was really into it, and then from like 6 all the way till the end with like a few episodes here and there I was like really interested in. But overall, okay, Japan, don't try to adapt American shit, all right? Stop doing it. Okay, it didn't work out with Marvel. It worked out better with Supernatural, but it's so funny cuz like the last episode they were hoping for a season 2. It was not going to happen. But uh yeah, I don't regret my purchase because it's like there'll be like a few episodes I'll rewatch here and there, but like overall, it wasn't that great. Honestly, it was a disappointment because I was hoping like, oh, Supernatural, anime, 2 things I love, bring together. Hopefully it's good, but in the end, yeah, it was like 50-50 for me, or 60-40. What about you?
I thought it was very, very, very boring. It's like, why would I watch this when I could just watch the original? It's not like it did too much more new stuff.
Well, it did
It was
change up a
just,
bit. Changed up a bit.
but I know, but it was just like, just watching the first episode of, and it was just like, first the voice of of Dean was just like, oh, this guy just sucks, and he made him like pervy and klutzy and just a loser. It's just like, no, Dean's supposed to be the cool one, and we all like Jensen speaking him because he's cool. He wasn't cool, so it's like, well, Dean's out, and then Jared was fine. I was like, oh, I like Jared better. I like Sam now better than Dean.
Yeah, but the
So it's
guy's definitely not used to doing voice acting. I think because like either it was his voice acting direction or it was him, but like there were some horrendous scenes where Sam's mouth kept moving and he stopped talking. It happened. Yeah. It happened like 6 times, and then this is kind of like worst parts improvements, but like there was a couple episodes where it sounded like Sam was speaking like into like a cone or something into a microphone because it sounded like there was like echoey a little bit, not echoey, but like muffled a little bit, which was weird. So I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So you basically just thought it was boring then, I guess.
Yeah, it was just like another Marvel X-Men, except for
Trent. It was better. It was better than that.
Slightly.
Slightly better, but it was still better than that. That show felt like it dragged on longer, and it was like literally a quarter of the length of this, you know. Yeah. So, that's how bad that show was. Anyway, all right. Favorite character. I actually really like what they kind of did with Yellow Eyes in this. I really liked his voice. His voice was awesome, and I liked how more mysterious he was in this, where like he had the hat and everything. I don't know. I thought he was pretty cool. And that's about it. I didn't like anyone else.
I like Jensen in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you could. His voice acting was so much better.
And Jake, I like Jake a little bit in the last 2 episodes too.
Who's Jake?
The big black guy.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. He was fine. I mean, he was average. I'll just say that he wasn't like someone I was like. But yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't go to. Can I just say?
Oh hell no!
No, no. Who's that? That little black woman.
Oh yeah, Mama something. I don't know. She looked like she was from fucking
some state, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's just like her. They went hard on her voice. Like her accent was.
You'll
like...
be having too much trouble, man.
Yeah,
some Apple Jacks. Did you say your thoughts on Yellow Eyes yet? Because I thought honestly he was the coolest. Like the first episode with him in the church was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he's cool, but it was just like still it's just... Yellow Eyes. He was good in the He was good in the original show too, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not saying he was better here. I'm just saying I liked what they did different with him. Like kind of. Anyone else you liked before I move on?
No.
Okay. Favorite parts, scenes, episodes, whatever. I already said like Yellow Eyes first episode. I liked how there were some original episodes, although those turned out to be like the worst episodes. Most of the time. I thought seriously, when I first started, the opening scene is actually pretty good of this show where that guy's just like stabbing that chick. I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be bloody, gory. It's gonna be awesome. Because like, I mean, this was gorier than the show, but the show was kind of gory sometimes, though, definitely. So like, it's whatever. I like the animation, but it's janky sometimes. Like Sam and Dean look way too skinny, by the way. Like sometimes they looked like they were teenagers. I was like, what the hell is happening?
Scooby-Doo version.
I would rather have a Scooby Natural show than watching more of this. I would love a Scooby Natural show if they did that. I wouldn't even be mad at that. Let's see. I already said I like the animation. I like the something that I thought that they could. Well, I'll probably save that for later. But I liked how they in the Shapeshifter episode they switched up some things where like. Remember how the Skinwalker Dean met up with the real chick, right? But turned out it wasn't Dean, obviously, because he was replaced by Skinwalker. In this, they reversed it where it was the real Dean, but it was a fake chick. I thought that was kind of cool how they switched that up a bit. And the ending of that episode was pretty cool because like Sam and Dean were like both pointing guns at each other. It was like, "Are you real? Are you real?" And then it turned out that Sam was the fake one who. Somehow,
that was pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think that was like episode 2, or maybe episode 1. I think that was episode 1 actually, but
I didn't like how he was an alien though.
Well, I mean, they try. See, yeah, they could have done better with some of the designs, which I'll probably get into later. Oh, I lost my pen. Damn it! Now how am I supposed to mark shit off? Anyway, let's see. There were some other episodes that were kind of. I like the prequel episode was kind of interesting with Sam and Jessica meeting. I thought that was kind of interesting. Let's see. see, werewolf episode was basically the same for same, except shorter and didn't make a lot of sense. The demon child episode I felt was like the darkest episode, where like the kid was like abused and like, also his. But I remember that from the original series, and that was good too. Although I like the twist or not the twist, but like the thing that they added where like the dad killed his dog or whatever. I thought that was kind of cool. Like made it a little bit more darker. Let's see. Weird episodes,
You going through your notes now then?
I'm just going to my favorite parts because like I forgot to write down them, so I'm just looking through like all the ones where I was like, oh yeah. You already said Jensen Ackles back is great, and the Dream episode was pretty good. Okay. Worst parts, improvements. Like we said, it's boring. How about you start worst parts, improvements?
Just boring, and then just like
Boring.
just the Dean's character, just the way they made Dean's character is just like it's not fun to watch. And then
they made him like stupid in this, which is like, I mean, Jensen Ackles,
plus,
like, he's able to pull off stupid, not stupid.
Plus, they
even.
don't.
He's not even that stupid. Like he's able to pull off goofiness.
Plus, he was pervy a little bit in this, like super pervy. It wasn't like in a co-op.
Yeah, it's freaking Japan influence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, but and then it's like also you get used. The problem is maybe I'd like it better if I didn't watch the show, but then you just hear like John Winchester's voice. It's like, oh, that's not
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a lot. It's a lot of nostalgia getting stepped on.
Yeah, I forgot one thing, and like not favorite, but like I remember the Ghost Girl episode from the original show, which sort of reminded me. Season 1 and 2 of like the actual show had some really good episodes. I kind of like the twist with like the farmer's wife was also the one who was, or who was the one who was killing. I forget what the twist was. It's been a while since I watched it, but I remember liking the twist from that. What'd you think about the overuse of "Carry On My Wayward Son" all the time? There were some scenes that were supposed to have emotional weight, and then in the background you hear "Carry On My Wayward." Well, it wasn't even like a sad version. It's like, like,
well, we paid for this song. We're gonna use it.
They used it so much. It's just like you don't get like. You could obviously tell that was because of Japan, probably because they're like, "Oh, America like this song, we use it." It's like, no, it has to be saved for the finales. That's what makes it good. That's why we look forward to the finales because of that song.
Remember
right.
that time they stopped using it in the original show?
When?
One of the season finales, they didn't have "Carry On My Wayward Son." I think it was
remember.
like it was like season 8 or something. We're like, what? Why would you not use the song? Like you had one thing
in the recap, right? So
yeah, it was one of the seasons I remember.
I guess I don't.
I guess you're not really a fan, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, go fuck yourself. Anyway, so yeah, I already said Jared Padalecki's voice acting was pretty bad in this. Let's see. They ruined Bobby. He didn't say Idjit once. He's just some fat guy in a suit in this. It's like, really? How do you ruin Bobby? Freaking, I guess Japan doesn't have a concept of rednecks, I guess.
What is Idjit?
What?
Yeah, I wonder what...
Oh, yeah, what is Idjit? And they probably don't have Idjit in their language, probably, so they just, like, in the American dub, they're just like, well, they don't use it.
They probably just think all Americans are redneck.
Yeah, right.
That is actually like a lot of the international. They're just like, oh, those Americans are rednecks.
Yeah, and yet when we point out Japan's flaws, we're called racist. Oh, look at that. Anyway,
stop Asian hate, Trent.
Stop. I had this hashtag for a while called "Stop Caucasian Hate." People did not like that. Anyway, yeah, John Winchester was not cool. It wasn't Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You know what's funny? You know how much I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Is there's a horror movie that came out this year called The Unholy. Super bad. I only watch it because Jeffrey Dean Morgan was the main character. But it was like good bad, so it was pretty fun. let's see, what are the worst parts? Yeah, there was a weird episode with the sea creature taking random things. I don't know why. Like, I was
He just
completely,
wanted it.
I was just out of it for that episode. Yeah, Dean's actor wasn't great. You know what? When I definitely realized Dean's like other actor wasn't great was there was a line where he said, "Don't mess with me, you bitch." I'm like, Jensen Ackles would make that work. He could say bitch, right? But this guy could not pull it off. It was like that one episode in the season finale, season 2, where Sam tried to say "you bitch" and it sounded so weird, like in the original show. I'm just like, yeah. Don't do that again, Sam. That's such a thing. There was I'm kind of my worst parts are kind of mixing in with my notes, so that should tell you about the show a little bit. The ending was super rushed. It was super rushed. Like, first off, they don't even show Sam's actual death until some way midway through the episode, which is weird. It's like, what? Like, it made it bad because in the actual show, that scene's really tough to watch, and especially like Dean afterwards, like his reaction to the whole thing. Like, it's Jensen Ackles is so fucking good. You know, that was stupid. Azazel's death wasn't dramatic. Remember how in the show Jensen Ackles shot him? He's like, ugh, like that. Like he's just like exploding from the inside out. Like, that was cool. And this, he's just like, oh shit. You know, like, it was so fucking stupid. Yeah, like I said, the ending is really rushed, and the music didn't match the emotional scene at the end where he's just like, how long? And then he's like, a year. Carry on my way. It's like, stop it. All right. So some improvements. It's like you said, you didn't like how the Skinwalker looked like an alien. I thought in this show they could have actually, because like in the show, werewolves, vampires, they're just people with fake teeth and claws put on. You know, like, it's kind of stupid, right? But you kind of buy it with that show. It's like, okay, whatever. In this show, and I didn't mind the Skinwalker look. I was just like, okay, maybe they can actually make some monsters look like monsters, you know, instead of it being like the werewolf chick. She actually looked like a werewolf. She didn't just look like a chick with sharp teeth, you know. So, but yeah, I wish they kind of just like had that better. There's a ghost car episode. What the fuck? That was a weird episode. Vampire hunter episode. Zombie wife episode. The bad luck episode was so bad because, again, just remind me of the original series where I was like, that episode was funny, but in this it was just so bad. Let's see. I don't really have any more improvements. I'll just go through my notes real quick. I only have like 2 more. I kind of like the thing that in the first Yellow Eye episode, he implied that he was an angel once, so I thought that was kind of interesting how they changed that up a little bit. I thought that was kind of like interesting.
That doesn't make any sense. He wasn't ever an angel.
He's supposed to be a demon. Yeah, I know. So I don't know. Maybe Japan didn't understand. I don't know. There's there's a vampire possessed by a demon, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't think we ever saw that in the show. I don't think. Which I don't know if that makes sense or not. I don't know.
No, it doesn't because isn't it like their souls get sent to, they're like purgatory people. They're from purgatory, so they don't really have souls.
No, they're monsters, but their souls go to purgatory, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
So
I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. And also, dude, there was an episode where I literally looked away for a second, and all of a sudden I'm seeing this giant robot being controlled by a demon. I'm like, wait, they possessed a bunch of cars and they're magnetized together? Do you remember that? It was, I was like, I never did that in the show. Like, what the fuck? That didn't make cars Rangers don't have souls. Yeah, right? Go Power Rangers. Yeah, so it was so weird. All right. What's next? Sequels theories. I don't have any theories. My theory is this thing. You know what's funny is when I was rewatching like the Yellow Eyes episode just like a few minutes ago, and I realized on YouTube they show you how many views like the thing that you purchase has, These episodes, the highest I saw was 911 views. I'm not even joking.
I saw that too.
The rest of them were like 200, 100. I'm like, holy shit! Either no one's ever heard of this, or just they know it's bad. Which I guess
I never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard. I mean, they never advertised it anywhere, so I was just like, I mean, anyway, yeah, replay value. I'll rewatch some Yellow Eye scenes because I thought he was really cool in this. I might rewatch some of the first couple episodes, but besides that, I mean, what was it? It was only like $22, so I'm like, I don't know. If I go back in time, would I stop myself? Probably from purchasing it, but I mean, it's whatever. I already got it, and I own it now, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, probably not going to rewatch it, so very low for me.
Is it my final thoughts?
It's your replay value.
Oh, replay value. None. I never rewatched this.
Now we're in rating and final thoughts. Garrett, what do you rate Supernatural, the anime series?
Low replay value.
Now you're behind.
You're behind. I give this a E for E.
Everyone. For what?
For E, I don't know. E for everyone. Yeah. Just boring. It's like, why would you watch this? Why don't you just watch the original show? It's like it doesn't add anything new. The point of doing an adaptation is to have a new, better take on something, not to like redo the same thing. It's like I don't want to rewatch this show. I don't want to rewatch the animated version of the show. It's like I don't know. Is that the Death Note movie was different from the show? Like they had the whole Ferris wheel scene and all. It's like that was better because they added something and it was good, and that's what an adaptation should do.
It was a bad movie, but it was a good movie too. Yeah, I agree with you.
Watch Trent's and Brandon's review on that.
Yeah, it's probably still our longest review, maybe, because like we had a lot to talk about with that movie. Anyway, I think I gave Marvel anime an F, so I'd give this a D-. I just like, yeah, it did make me want to rewatch the show. Like, there's a part of me that wants to rewatch the show now. Like, but I'm like, I'm not committing 15 seasons again, so I don't know. I'm already watching so much stuff, but like, yeah, I mean, this show is on no one's radar. It's not like literally you have to go to Wikipedia to, and I don't even know if it has its own Wikipedia. It's on the Supernatural Wikipedia. It's not like there's a Supernatural the anime series Wikipedia. So it's very unknown, and I guess we know the reasons why, because it's boring most of the time. The voice acting is not that great all the time, and they made some characters awful. The only, again, like I feel like really the only good thing was maybe the animation sometimes, although again it looked janky, but like was Azazel. That's about it, Yellow Eyes. But yeah, D- is where it's at for me. So tell us guys what you thought about Supernatural, the anime series. Hopefully on the audio version we should have a new intro. I found a new song that sounds awesome. I think it's a JoJo inspired song, so hopefully it'll be pretty cool. I think we're hitting the down end of our We Were Soldiers subscriber boost, because I think we're only getting like one a day now. So like we're at like 3:30 of the time of this recording, so we're probably getting a downswing on that. I'm still working on the next MMV. Well, I haven't worked on it yet. I'm gonna start in July, but I mean that's gonna be fun to do. I still have to pick out the show that I want to do it on. And if you're asking on YouTube why you can't see us, it's because we're doing a new thing where there's no point in seeing us really. I mean, there's no point, and you might think like, why not just show Discord and have no background? It's like, well then it's just a black screen with us two, and our cameras aren't even that good. Like, I mean, mine's kind of good, I guess, but Garrett's using his phone, so it's like be cool, all right. I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know if there's any point in the future that we really need to see our faces. Although maybe I don't know, we'll figure it out. But just don't expect to see our faces in the YouTube version of this. Just just listen and enjoy. Hopefully it's better for everybody involved. Garrett, what do you? I'm assuming you're gonna pick Naruto Shippuden next.
Rise of the Shield Hero.
Do you seriously want to do Rise of the Shield Hero and Shippuden? Wesley's gonna be disappointed. He wants to do Shippuden.
Maybe you can just do it with Wesley then.
Shippuden with Wesley then?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Would you be there for the next Shippuden then? Like if
We'll see.
I don't know. I mean, because like you kind of started the Shippuden thing. I like to finish Shippuden with you. I like to see how my journey's going, but whatever. Anyway, make sure there's no one else, nothing else on the docket here. Also, you know what pissed me off is I wanted to have I downloaded Adobe After Effects so that we could have like a wave spectrum on our video. So instead of it just being like a still frame and that's it, I wanted to have like a waveform to make it look more like professional. And I can't do it on my computer because I don't have a fucking Apple computer because I need like some stupid add-on for the Adobe thing to work. So that was fucking bullshit. So now you just get this.
Oh, another app.
I literally looked, I could not find it, and it took me days to figure out Adobe After Effects only for me not to use it. So that kind of pissed me off. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, thank you guys so much for listening. This has been a casual anime discussion. My name's Trent.
With Garrett.
We still didn't figure out an intro. You gonna do Orange Boy?
Nah, Orange Boy.
Oh, don't worry, we'll figure out an intro next time. Okay, see you guys later.
Vans on my feet.